Hello and welcome to my first week on surgery and orthopaedics placement. I am currently running late. Luckily, it's only lectures today, but I am in a bit of a rush, so I'm just gonna make my lunch really quickly and then we're gonna leave.
She's vlogging.
I'm vlogging. Oh, me wrap. Rip me wrap. Oh, that's mine. You're making me slow down.
Flat wrap again.
Yeah. What else?
You just chopped a bit of spinach on the floor.
One piece of spinach.
Bloody hell, Lydia.
Sorry. Oh, please be okay. Oh, not bad. Okay, so this is another 7-week placement. I am based at SGH, Southampton General Hospital, also known as UHS, University Hospital Southampton, and it's the hospital that I've been at for the last couple of years. So it's down the road, it's easy to get to, it's familiar. I am over the moon to be somewhere close by. Today, is, like I said, is just lectures, so just intro to the placement, I guess, admin. And I am meeting my consultant at some point today. Well, I know what time, 12. I really don't know what to expect from this placement. I'm excited, it's something completely new to me. I've barely spent any time in a hospital in the first half of this course, so it's going to be a completely new thing. Ooh, too much chili jam. Oh, I need to go. So, as I explained before, the first day on surgery was purely lectures. We collected our logbooks and then had a talk from an F3 on making the most of placements, and then a talk from the module lead on the surgery placement itself. At lunchtime, we got changed into our scrubs to go to the wards and meet our consultants, which proved more difficult than I thought it was going to be. It's going so well, guys.
So bad.
This is like public humiliation.
No, for real. You have to lose all shame doing this.
I also went to the MedSoc common room for the first time because I didn't even know it existed, but that's pretty cool that we have a common room. Unfortunately, most of the lights don't work and it's really cold, so I'm not sure it's going to be somewhere I'm spending a lot of time. After lunch, we had 2 more lectures, one on radiology and one on pain management of surgical patient. After lectures, I popped to the library to organise my plans for the week before squeezing in a gym class. Bum, bum, bum. I need to shower because I've just got back from my gym class, but I wanted to just chat to you about today because it was quite a whirlwind. Briefly, once again, this is a 7-week placement in surgery and orthopaedics. Everyone is either at Winchester, Portsmouth or Southampton, and I am at Southampton. This morning we had like 2 hours of introductory lectures. We got given our logbook, and this is a course book containing supporting materials apparently. The logbook in GP placement wasn't really that important, whereas I'm getting the feeling the logbook in surgery is something we actually have to like complete all the time. So in there we just have like a log of everything we're doing, and we have to put something each day that we've done and get it signed off by somebody to prove that we were there and to prove that we've been doing lots of things. Also, we've got surgical placement case logs, so we have to like take a history and do an examination on a patient, and then we have to present that patient to like anyone like an F1 or higher, and they have to like sign it off to say that we've presented the patient to them, and we've got to get at least 8 of those over the next 7 weeks. We've also got to do a theatre case reflection on some kind of surgery we've seen. We've got to do cannulas, get them signed off, bloods and get them signed off. What else? I think that's it. So that's the logbook. Seems important. Seems like I'm going to have to keep on top of that. Within the surgery placement, we are also kind of put to a team, or put into a team. So I am on lower GI with about 10 other students, and we've all been given a consultant, paired up with a consultant, and they're going to be the ones who pass us or fail us on the module and sign our logbooks. My consultant is a consultant colorectal surgeon. I emailed him last week to introduce myself, and he asked to meet me today at lunchtime, so I went to find him, and that was a palaver in itself because finding him was really difficult. Nobody wanted to speak to me. It took me about 15 minutes to find his office. When I found him, he was actually really nice. Literally took me on a tour of the ward, the theatre. He explained how things worked, he showed me the rotors, he showed me the boards, he introduced me to the nurses. And then this afternoon we just had a couple of lectures, and then I went to my gym class. Tomorrow I am in for 7:30 a.m. to get to the ward for just before 8, because that's when the ward round starts, and we all have to go to the ward round tomorrow. So what they've said is we should stick with our consultant and our specific team, so lower GI, for the first 2 weeks, and then after that I can switch with other people. We've got a giant group chat with all the people on surgery placement, and we can just say, like, we can arrange to swap. So if I want to go see cardiothoracic or urology or upper GI, I can do that. It's all very different. I'm not in GP land anymore, but I'm excited and I'm gonna keep an open mind. I still had some energy left in me after a long first day, so I decided to do some 0 to finals revision. Oh wow, I look tired. Right, I'm gonna call it a day now. I've done some notes on bowel cancer and inflammatory bowel disease. I used 0 to finals and I used med school boot camp, and I kind of just mashed it all together on Notion. That's what it looks like. I just borrowed the diagrams from the websites, some x-rays there, and yeah. Gonna be an expert in the colon by the end of this placement. That is my aim. Okay, so here we go, my first proper day on surgery placement. I was up at 6:30 to get to the ward round for 8 a.m, which unfortunately, as you're about to hear, was not very successful. Come sit.
The vlog.
Vlog. Do you want to introduce yourself?
I'm Rachel.
This is Rachel. We're on surgery together. We're both on colorectal, as I explained yesterday. Say what happened this morning.
We missed our ward round.
Yeah.
Because we were waiting in the wrong place.
No, because we got up at half, well, I got up at 6:30.
I got off at like 6. Like 6.
So we wake up, we crack of dawn, we get to the hospital for 7:30, we get changed into our scrubs, we go up to the ward.
Where they told us to go.
We went where we were told. I think the issue was there was so many medical students that showed up. We just couldn't find the ward round, and then we realised we missed the ward round.
We waited for like an hour before
we waited for an hour, and then we saw people who looked like they were doing our ward round, found them, spoke to them. So essentially we waited for an hour to do nothing, and then we spoke to a nice junior doctor.
She was lovely.
And we were like, hi, do you have any patients we could go and clerk for you? Because part of the assessment is we have to clerk patients.
Yeah. Do you know clerking? I thought it was spelled with an A.
It's with an E. I didn't know that.
So I'm like, why did they say clerking instead of clerking?
Clerking.
I don't know if that's a thing. If I was to say clerking, I don't know if they would understand me.
No, we're learning so much.
So much.
So essentially we've clerked a patient, presented that patient to the junior doctor, and that's us done for the morning.
And we've got one more patient to clerk, then we're off home.
And then we're off home. We do have teaching. We have teaching.
On pancreatic cancer.
Pancreatic cancer. But I think it's just because there's so many of us in the hospital that we are a bit of a nuisance.
Yeah, not even just third years, there's fourth years here as well.
It's just a lot. But tomorrow we're going to try and go into theatre, are we? Yeah. So hopefully tomorrow will be a success.
Oh God, please.
Charlie, please can you rate surgery out of 10 so far?
Oh yeah, no, she's got her gym number on it.
6.
6?
I want to leave room for improvement.
Yeah, that's not bad.
And I think because we're getting ignored so
I do it too. Have you done anything interesting yet?
just save lives, like 10 lives at once. No, I just saved lives. I just saved lives.
Every Tuesday we have teaching sessions, and this week it was on pancreatic cancer, and after that I popped back to the ward to clerk another patient before heading home to do my online theatre induction. Right, so I'm home from placement, and oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to get used to these early starts because that was a shock to the system this morning. I thought now would be a good time to speak about today's video sponsor, Aura. I'm not the best sleeper. I've struggled with insomnia since I was a teenager, and It's just something I've kind of accepted that it's part of my life. I really struggle to fall asleep. Most of it is due to anxiety and the fact that I have a racing mind when I'm trying to sleep. It definitely comes in waves throughout my life, so when I'm going through more stressful times, it's a lot worse. I've recently been using today's video partner Aura to help me try and get to sleep, and it's been working wonders. So Aura is a brand new mindfulness and sleep app. It's an all-in-one app with sleep stories, meditation, other things like CBT, life coaching and breath work. It has so many different features on there, and there's hundreds of coaches on there with experts from all around the world. So for me personally, I've been using it to help me get to sleep at night. I like to use the meditation, the guided breathing sessions to help me focus on my breathing, use mindfulness and stop thinking so much, and I really find that it helps me get to sleep quicker. It's definitely not a one-size-fits-all app, and you can basically tailor the sessions to what you need. So you can choose from different coaches, you can choose from different lengths of sessions, you can choose from different types of sessions, and really tailor it to what is going to help you and what your needs are, because you might not be struggling with sleep, you might be struggling with anxiety, you might be trying to just get better at meditating and focus more. And one thing I've been enjoying with this app is that you can add like these nice calming rain sounds after your meditation session, and you can set a timer. So I leave the rain sounds going for 20 minutes after I finish the breathing technique session. I would really recommend you give Aura a go if you're struggling with sleep, or you're struggling with anxiety, or you want to have a go at meditation and mindfulness. For me, it's been making a big difference to my sleep. I'm definitely getting to sleep a lot quicker using Aura. It's definitely a process, it's not an overnight fix. The more I do it, the more I am getting into this good routine before my bedtime. So getting started on Aura is completely free. I will leave my link in the description. The first 500 people who click that link will get a free trial and 25% off a subscription. The sign up process is really easy, and when you do sign up, it asks you lots of different questions about you, so you can kind of tailor the app to your needs. Once again, I will leave the link below. Thank you so much to Aura for sponsoring this video. So what is happening in my life right now? Tomorrow I'm supposed to be going into theatre to watch some sort of surgical procedure. So I've done the online surgery induction that we have to do. Didn't take that long, it was just videos. So I've got my certificate ready to prove that I've done it, and now I'm gonna do some past bed. I'm taking this afternoon, I say this afternoon, I think it's about 4 o'clock now, taking it a bit slower, but I'm gonna do some past bed now. And then this evening I'm doing a short shift at the pub. Luckily I finish at like 10, so the 6 AM tomorrow wake up shouldn't be too bad if I can get to bed at a reasonable time. That is the plan. Guys, it's snowing in March. On Wednesday, my lovely flatmate Ellie gave me a lift on her way to work, because turns out teachers, like surgeons, love an early start. I got in for 7:30 and collected my theatre scrubs, feeling hopeful that I might actually get to see something. That was an adrenaline rush, wasn't it?
I'm a surgeon, guys.
She's
I took a biopsy.
Oh my god. This is just not a look on me.
Oh, you look cute.
Yeah, a little head.
It's just not flattering on anyone. I look like a man. You just showed me my reflection. It looks so bad. I look like a man.
Rachel here,
I'm a
scrubbed
surgeon
in.
now. Call me, what's her name?
Meredith Grey.
Meredith Grey. Not even Meredith, actually. Christina Yang.
Do you
Thank
know what?
Oh,
The theatre is
wow.
so much more chilled out than I thought it was going to be, because in Grey's Anatomy everyone's like, oh my god,
The
Derek.
lights are off. The light, everything. It was so chill.
No, that
and there's
was
a
so
gallery
fun.
and everything in Grey's so Anatomy.
The consultant was so lovely. He was so nice.
He's our best friend now.
He's our new friend, and he was really good at teaching as well.
So good.
Overall, 10 out of 10 after yesterday, because we were complaining about it. Oh my god. So fun. Sadly, we had to dip out of surgery for a cannula refresher session. Hello, Jack. I got to the hospital for 7:30, met up with Maddie and Rachel, who were on colorectal surgery with me. Bumped into Alana as well, who showed us basically where to find the theatre scrubs, how to get in, how to sign in and stuff. Did all that. And then I had very low expectations after being turned away yesterday for the ward round. I just really didn't believe anyone was going to let me into their surgery. We find the theatre that we're supposed to be in, and then I knock on the door and I go in and I go, hi, I'm a medical student. And the consultant goes, well done. Please can we come in and watch your surgeries? And he was like, yeah, sure. He was very unfazed, and he let us in. He then talked us through all the different kind of procedures he was going to be doing, and we ended up being there for one, and it was just a biopsy of an anal fissure, so it wasn't the most exciting thing, I can't lie. And he said that the setup was going to take longer than the actual procedure, which was true. He's like, which one of you is going to do it? And we thought he was joking, so we were like, wah, rah, rah, rah. Anyway, he asked again, which one of you is going to do it? Have you decided? And then we were like, what? And then Rachel just goes, me. And then he teaches her how to scrub in, which was quite funny actually, because Rachel was really struggling with the gloves and we were all making fun of her because it was a high pressure situation and I would have struggled too. I can't laugh because she was the one brave enough to actually try. And then he sat Rachel down and she did the procedure. I mean, all it was literally like putting in local anaesthetic and then cutting out the biopsy. I was so amazed and so proud of Rachel. After that, I was on a high. Overall, 10 out of 10 experience.
10 out of 10?
Well, I think I'm going to be a surgeon. Anyway, where are we going, you might be wondering? We're off to M&S because Jack needs a suit because the man is coming as my +1 to the halfway ball on Friday.
Shoot me.
Woohoo!
Shoot me down.
Tuesday Eve, we had rehearsals for our MedSoc charity dance show, and at this point we were 10 days away from the performance, so we had to work very hard. I'm addicted to you. Know that you're toxic.
That's backwards or forwards?
It doesn't matter, either or.
I think Domino's forwards.
Yeah, you know Papa's Pizzeria. 1, 2, 3.
So Friday I had a lie-in and got to the hospital for 9 AM for a catheterization clinical skills session, and that was a 2-hour session, so it did take up most of the morning. Since Fridays are half days, I called it a day after that because I needed to pop to town to pick up a mask, as I'd completely forgotten the ball was a masquerade. Please excuse my post-afternoon nap look. Gonna make some food and then we're gonna do some past med before I get ready for the ball. My avocado's frozen. Our fridge is like really frozen at the back. Darling, my avocado has frozen.
Excellent.
And just be careful with these. Make sure that you put them back in the packet properly, because otherwise they go stale. Hey. After my post-nap snack, I did some past med revision until it was time to get ready for the ball. One thing about medical school is they love a ball. We had Christmas ball like 2 months ago. We've got spring ball in April, and I've got halfway ball tonight. But I guess halfway ball, it's a bit zoomed in. I guess halfway ball is a one-off occurrence, so I'm going to allow it. So tonight is my halfway ball. That means that I am halfway through this 5-year degree. We actually hit the halfway mark officially at Christmas. It feels like a good point to do it because we've got into the routine of placement. So I've survived my first week on surgery placement. I didn't hate it. I think at the start of the week I was feeling a bit like, what is going on? Nobody wants medical students to be here. We're so annoying. I think it's just going to be something that I get used to. But oh my god, when I went to work at the pub on Tuesday, I felt so relieved to be in a work environment where I felt like I was needed, knew what I was doing, and like just felt comfortable standing around, whereas in the hospital I was feeling like really awkward all the time. Overall, I really enjoyed the week, and going into theatre on Wednesday was such a cool experience. Like, I didn't think I was going to find it so exciting. It's made me feel like maybe paying all this money for this degree is actually worth it. Obviously it's worth it, but like some days you just think like, wow, I'm really paying 9 grand to go and be ignored. But like when they don't ignore you and you actually learn things, you're like, yeah, okay, this is brilliant. I like the way I'm a bit more independent than when I was on GP, because on GP we were timetabled every hour of the day, had to report to people all the time. I think I'm enjoying the independence a little bit more. The only bit I don't like is like we have to get signed off in the logbooks, and it feels like I'm at school. Like I have to go and ask people for a signature to prove that I was there, and it don't love that bit. Anyway, back to the halfway ball. So obviously that's happening tonight. It is a bit weird to me that it's the halfway ball, because I've been at Southampton now for this is my 7th year at Southampton as a student. I came here in 2015 as an 18-year-old. I'd just done my A-levels. I was actually a baby. I would have never anticipated that I'd still be here 7 years later. I thought I'd get in there, do my 3-year undergrad and leave. So the fact that I'm still here in 2023 is baffling, and if you told 18-year-old Lydia that, she'd probably scream in my face. Obviously I'm here for good reasons, and it is the halfway ball, but I'm way past the halfway mark in my 9 years of university, so that's also something. When I first started uploading to this channel, we were literally in a pandemic, we were in a lockdown, we could barely go outside, and also just the fact that we did most of our learning online for the first 2 years of this course. I'm just so glad that it's not like that anymore. It's also scary to think that I'm now halfway through, and this time in just over 2 years I probably am going to be a doctor, and that's just kind of scary but exciting at the same time. I think I'm enjoying this course, although it is difficult. We had a difficult summer last year with the resits, and I'm hoping that this year isn't going to be a similar situation. I'm doing everything in my power to make sure that I'm not going to end up in that position, and the uni are too. Like, the uni have acknowledged that they needed to change some things just purely because of the number of people who had to resit the exams and who are resitting the year. I also think it's important to acknowledge like my worries and stuff about becoming a doctor because of all the bad press that's like happening around the NHS and about junior doctors' pay and stuff like that, and like working in the NHS doesn't seem like the most exciting prospect sometimes, but I'm just hopeful that things can change and will change. And you know, with the strikes happening next week, sorry if you can hear my flatmates. I'm nearly ready. I'm just chatting to myself. I'm just talking to myself. I totally back the industrial actions happening with the junior doctor strike. I think that hopefully in time things will change for the better, but who knows. And I think that I've just got to keep an open mind because it's still 2.5 years till I'll be doing the job. And the best part about this degree is you can literally take it anywhere in the world. I can do my foundation years and I can go and work in a different country and explore that option if I don't want to stay in the UK. And let's be honest, right now, who does? Yeah, those are my thoughts. We're just gonna roll with the punches, take it one day at a time and enjoy the process, because I'm still trying to enjoy my 20s and live my life. And I think sometimes I forget that I'm just trying to like wish away time, and I shouldn't be doing that because I'm having a good time. I'm still young, I can still have adventures, still in my mid-20s for a little bit longer. And also, today is a special day, I haven't mentioned yet. It's actually mine and Jack's 5-year first date anniversary, which sounds so silly, but it's 5 years since we went on our very first date. Our actual anniversary is in May, because we actually didn't become like official until May, but we went on our first date on the 10th of March 2018. And normally we go back to the restaurant, Seven Bone, it's a burger place that we went to. We go back every year, and we have done, apart from during COVID. I think we got takeaway that year. We can't go anymore because it actually burnt down. It burnt down a few months ago, I think. There was like a kitchen fire. Luckily no one was like hurt or anything, but yeah, the whole restaurant's burnt down and they haven't rebuilt it yet.
Last year.
Yeah.
I'm more ready than you.
You're more ready than me, yeah. It's just strange. We knew each other for like nearly 3 years before we went on our first date. We both studied biology at Southampton, and we kind of like knew each other from lectures and from house parties and stuff. It wasn't until 3rd year that we finally decided to go on a date. And yeah, I remember it was snowing in March that year. Kind of like it is this year. It was a really snowy night and I was having a house party with my then 5 other housemates. We threw this house party, it was deep sea themed, and Jack came to the party, and at that party we had a conversation where we agreed to go on a date, and a week later we went on that date. And the rest is history. I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup off camera because I'm taking ages and I've been speaking for 20 minutes.
This isn't them strikers.
Oh,
No,
make
it's
it.
open on it now.
And here's some clips from the halfway ball. It was a really fun night and just a good way to celebrate getting halfway through this course. It was really good vibes. There was some awards given out. The food was actually delicious, which I was surprised by.
Fun is turning me sour. What's this all about? All I'm gifted at is music. All I'm gifted at is art. This is people skills, I don't do this. Just wanted to give you my heart. It's hard to explain the way it goes. I guess it's too late to say I'm yours. Lost in my head on the daily. Let these days go by. Now I'm finding lately. Can't keep them by my side. I need some direction. Need some peace of mind. I guess she found her happy place. So searching till it's
I'll end the vlog here. Thank you so much guys for watching. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it and hit that subscribe button for more vlogs, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!